Hey, welcome back to the channel. There's something truly haunting about the way friendships work. How they start so beautifully, full of promise, yet sometimes end in silence and disappointment. When a man with no friends was asked why, he simply said, "Friendship is like a diamond, rare, expensive, and full of fakes. And when you encounter too many fakes, you start believing real diamonds don't exist at all." Another man added, "A true friend is someone to be valued and cherished. But the truth is, such friends are incredibly rare." Haruki Murakami touched on this in Norwegian Wood through his characters. "Do you like being alone?" she asked, resting her chin in her hands. "Traveling alone, eating alone, sitting apart from others in a classroom." He replied, "I don't like being alone, but I don't make unnecessary connections either. I don't want to be disappointed by people." There's a beautiful yet heartbreaking story about the friendship between a little boy and an apple tree. It's a story that everyone should hear, whether you have friends or feel completely alone. The little boy spent his days with the apple tree in the forest. He would swing on its branches, eat its apples, weave crowns from its leaves, and imagine himself the king of the woods. On hot days when exhaustion overtook him, the tree's shade became his shelter, and he would drift into peaceful sleep beneath its canopy. The apple tree believed in their pure and genuine friendship, but time passed. The boy grew older, and his visits became infrequent. New interests, new people. His world expanded beyond the quiet friendship he once had with the tree. And yet, one day, he returned, visibly upset. "What's wrong, my friend?" the apple tree asked, concerned. "Why don't you play with me anymore? Why don't you climb my branches and dream of being king?" "A king needs money," the boy sighed. "And I don't have any." "Neither do I," the tree said. "But I have apples. Take them, sell them, and you'll have what you need. Then you'll be happy again." The boy eagerly plucked the apples, filled his arms, and walked away. He sold them, got his money, but never came back. The apple tree waited. Day after day, it watched the road where the boy had always appeared. Seasons changed, but the boy did not return. Until one day, he did. But instead of joy, his face held frustration. "Where have you been?" the apple tree asked. "I missed you. I have too many problems," the boy muttered. "Everyone has families, homes, and I have nothing. What's the point of friendship if it doesn't give me a home?" "I can help," the apple tree said gently. "Cut my branches, build yourself a house. Then you will be happy again." So the boy took his axe, cut off all the branches, and left. With the wood, he built his home, started his family, and lived his life, never once thinking about the apple tree that had given him everything. Years passed, and once again he returned. This time he was older, wearier. "I'm tired of everything," he confessed. "I want to escape. I want to go far away where no one can find me. I need a boat." The apple tree said nothing. It only looked at him with silent sorrow. The boy, now a man, didn't wait for an answer. He raised his axe and struck the tree's trunk again and again until he had enough wood to build his boat, and then, just as before, he left, without looking back. Time went on. The apple tree was now just a lonely stump left behind, forgotten. The rains came, the sun shone, animals climbed upon it, but none of it mattered. There was no joy, no meaning. The thing it had once cherished most was gone. But then something unexpected happened. From the heart of the old stump, a small green sprout emerged. Slowly it grew into a young, strong apple tree. It learned to embrace each new day again. And then one day, a little boy came by. "Hi," he said cheerfully. "Let's be friends." The apple tree trembled, its leaves rustling in the breeze. But it did not answer. It no longer believed in honest, sincere friendship. George Carlin once said, "Inside every cynical person is a disappointed idealist." Perhaps he too had once been an apple tree for someone. Perhaps he had given too much only to be left behind. Damon Salvatore from The Vampire Diaries once said, "The hardest thing isn't getting over people who have hurt you, it's forgetting them." But is that really true? Maybe the hardest thing is realizing that some people never cared at all. So if you ever meet someone who has no friends, don't be so quick to judge. It doesn't always mean they're unlikable or difficult. Maybe they've just been an apple tree for too many people, and now they've simply stopped believing. And that, in itself, is the saddest thing of all.